Yo, what's up, y'all? This your boy Yaheem with the one and only Greedy. What's going on, bruh?
So it's happening, greed luck and all that. Yeah, yeah. With
Man,
my
shit.
young nigga.
Oh shit, who he? Who he?
This my nigga Mir. Feel me? We dropping the EP soon. Yeah, yeah. Life before death and all that. Be ready for that shit. For the shake the city on crib.
Tell me what's that EP about?
That shit just feel me? Life before death. Feel me? Going up in the feel me south side of town and all that. On the street where niggas don't get much recognition and shit. So we basically just feel me in the picture to the audience, letting them know what it's like.
What are your thoughts on it though? Like, a lot of people don't get a lot of like opportunities in the South or even recognition like you say to. Like, what's your thoughts on why is that even happening?
I mean, it's really like it's a lot of people in the South that grow up, you feel me, in poverty and shit, and their
Yeah.
parents don't really make the funds to get them the proper, you feel me, support and shit like that. So it's like you either born into like a middle class family and you make your way up, or you born into the lower class and you just you feel me gotta thug it out, figure out a way to make money and shit, however that may be.
So I interview a lot of people in the past, like coming from the South Side, and especially around your side of things. Why like nobody have like decided like, all right, bro, like we're not getting like enough recognition. Why not we just like host something or like build our own branding or something like to get our name out of there to stop the whole cycle of like people in the South Side not getting recognition.
I mean, it's like when we you feel me, we could try that. Like we try to unite everybody, but it's just the politics. Like certain people from the south side, one side of the south, don't fuck with certain people on the other side. So it's like the feel me, the beef is so deep that it's like you can't unite everybody. It's not just gonna be able to happen in one day. It might be able to happen in the future or something. But like
Yeah.
right now, it's just too deep in.
Yeah, see, I'm not from the South Side. I've been around like the South Side, and yeah, no, it's a different breed. No, I will say that because like I even have like kids running up to me, hey yo, what's going on? Yo, you trying to cop up? I'm like, yo, what you doing, bro? Like you just not like just selling that shit, bro. Like yeah, like what is the drug? Like why is the drug environment so high up in the South Side? It seems like it's only the South Side.
I mean, well, feel me, in the south, it's like that's a big way that a lot of people make their money. A lot of people can't make no profit off shit, and a lot of people can't or don't feel like going to get a day job and shit because they just feel like it's not worth it. You're not making the money fast enough, and selling, you feel me, shit like that. It's like it's fast money, and in some cases it could be, feel me, a lot of money if you doing it the right way with you. But nah, shit. Speaking of that young shit, I'm only 15. You feel me? I'm only 15 coming out the south and shit. Youngest out here doing this. But I'm working on it though. I'm trying to feel me make it the legal way, pay my taxes wooty woo, so I don't get whatever the Johnny's got coming from me, whatever that.
Yeah, no. Tell me what is it like, being surrounded by like individuals that like older than you that's in the same like path as you. Like, how does that make you feel as at your current age?
I mean shit. Like to be honest, a lot of them people feel me I looked up to growing up. Like my pops and shit used to be feel me wooty woo. So I looked up to him because that was the only figure I had in my life. So I looked up to him, and then my peers around me and shit, we just picked it up. Like it's not something that for me we just I don't really know how to explain that shit for real. It's just like you born into it. You born into it. It's what you see all the time, so you just adopt it. Like you just adopt the habit of it.
Yeah, no, I hear that plenty of times. People saying, "Yeah, you born into it." Like, yeah, no, I understand. If you like, what I'm saying, you wake up, see the same shit every day, and you're by the same people that see the same shit just like you just grow accustomed to it. Like, yeah, no, I definitely understand that. Yeah, no. So you were saying, like, pretty much, you looked up to your father as well too. How's that?
I mean, shit. Like my mom's had me when I was young and shit. So she, for me, she ain't wasn't really around much because she was working her two jobs with the whoop. So it was
Right.
really just my pops and my granny. My granny really raised me to be, for me, I'm the man that I am now with the whoop. And my pops was just like constantly outside. I would see him for me doing what he did in traffic, whatever he had going for him. And I just when I feel me finally realized like I'm grown, like I gotta feel me, I gotta be a man now. Like it's just what I picked up because that's what I seen all the time. But I feel like you definitely have a choice in this. Like you're not forced to be in the streets. You definitely could pick to be in the streets or find a different way to make your money and live your life.
It's just harder obstacles you have to do.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
but for me, that's what everything though. It's always obstacles. It's always for me, uh, some gonna be in the way of you making your money or going up to the next level of your profession or whatever.
Okay. So tell me what it's like due to your status of now like, rapid or whatnot, like how does that like, how does your family looked at that?
I mean, shit, my granny ain't around no more,
Oh, sorry
and
to hear
my
that.
my my pops recently got indicted for some bullshit. So it's really my mama the only one who really like outside doing shit, and she don't really got a opinion on it. She rather me be doing like music and shit than out there making deals, woody woo, robbing whatever them other niggas be doing and shit like flocking and shit like that. She rather me be making music and making a name for myself the legal way than being out there thugging and shit like that.
Gotcha. So what about you stated that your father got sent to jail or whatnot. What about like as far as my concern, like you had a case here recently, right?
Yeah, when I was younger, I was in the JDC. I was up in juvenile and shit. Yeah, for a little, it was a little house robbery and shit. And then we had got up out of there. Wooty woo. I can speak on it now because that shit passed. I already did my time. The charges already got served. My time been served. But wooty woo, we hit the cut. The homie jumped the gate, got loose, and they tackled my ass to the ground. I was a little boy, so I couldn't really do shit.
Right.
So wooty woo, they just took me in to the slammer. I did the JDC shit. I was just in there like doing school and shit like that. It's really smooth in there. As long as you're not fighting and shit like that, it's really smooth. Like
So it really wasn't like like really
it
hard, like
really
a lot of
yeah
conflicts or
it
whatnot.
really it really wasn't crazy like that. Like of course it's a phase in there. It's definitely phase in there if you got a name and you affiliated to one of the gangs out here and shit like that. It's definitely phase in there for you. But like the way that I was moving in there, it was like I'm gonna just beat it myself, do my time, and get up out of here because I got bigger things. For me, I got bigger things I want to do for myself.
How long you was in there?
So I was in there for like 12 and a half months, almost 13.
Damn. All right. So, and you said we had went into a cut. Like, did some of your friends also got caught up into that case too, or no?
It was only me and one of my other homies. Yeah, he did whatever he had to do, but yeah, I got caught up.
So, what was it like coming home after the fact? Like as far as I know, like you've been living in that area for a long time. So, like, how was that like?
I mean, that shit was it felt like a blessing for real, for real. Like when I came out, all the homies was there, wooty woo. Like it was like a gangster party out that bitch. Like it felt good to you feel me. The people around me be happy to see me and shit like that. Like the love for me in the hood and shit like that.
Right. So, tell me about like the bonds that you have with the homies up in the hood.
I mean, shit. They really my brothers for real. That's really my family and shit. Some of the homies I look up to. You feel me? Being as young as I am, I look up to some of the homies who be thugging because that's for me. That's what I know and shit. R40 before he had passed away and shit. Long live R40 and all that. Yeah. But shit, before he passed away, that was really like who I looked up to start rapping and shit like that. Cause we used to be in the garage on a little laptop in my granny crib in the garage, just you feel me, freestyling with the wood, doing our shit.
How was that like? Like, how long did that process have to go for until like or are you still doing it like up in the like
Oh
using
nah
the
nah nah.
equipment?
We been out the garage. Yeah, we've been out the garage for some time now. But shit, after for me it was a little weird first time in the studio and shit, cause it was my first time with like a real producer and shit.
Yeah.
So it was a little weird, but for me after a while you just get comfortable with it. Like you just do your shit and clock in. That's it.
So, what was the first song you ever made? Is it released or is it unreleased?
Shit, the first song I ever made by myself is called what the fuck? It's called Just Talking. Just Talking Part One. That's the first song I ever made, like recorded for real, for real. That shit out though. That shit on my YouTube and all that. Go stream that shit. But nah, that was my first ever song. And then me and Panic hopped on some shit. You interviewed him before. Me and Panic
Yeah.
hopped on some shit, and shit been up from there for real, for real.
So, what about like okay, so you said yeah, work with a producer like or like are you signed or not?
No, I'm not signed. I pay for studio time and shit like that.
Oh, gotcha, gotcha.
I'm
So,
working on that.
is it like very common? Like I might have said this already. Is it very common for like people on the south side not being signed? Like I know some have, but it does seem like a lot as well. Like do even producers like try to like scout out like different areas or whatnot?
I
Or
mean, what you call it? The homies from Face Mob and shit be over there, cause we tapped in with them and shit. Panic just got signed to them.
right?
So the homies from Face Mob be over there and shit. They be talking to people, seeing who rap and shit like that to see, feel me, if we got potential to be signed to that record and all that. But for real, nah, it's not really much opportunity for you to get your music out there unless you feel me, the homies bumping your shit and then they put people onto your shit. Just had a whole city really tapped in with your music.
Gotcha. Have you any do like any kind of performance or whatnot, or is it just like simply just you just like just making the music?
No, I haven't done no shows or nothing like that. But in the future, I hopefully you feel me, I can get some bookings and shit like that. But no, I ain't done no shows yet. I'm working on it though, for sure, for sure.
I'm pretty sure like what's that club that just had an opening? What was it last week or something like that? Like I know for a fact that they are looking for people to perform there. Like you might want to look
Yeah,
up over there.
I
Yeah.
heard about it. I had talked to the owner and shit, but I ain't really tap in with him much. I gotta tap in though, do a little show or something like that. Get my name out there. For real,
Gotcha.
for real.
So greedy, right? So how did that name came about?
I mean, shit. When I had got locked up and shit, I was young and I was flocking cribs and shit, like taking shit. So you feel me? When I had came out, oh this they was like, oh this greedy ass nigga over here flocking and shit got caught up, whoopty whoop. Like they was laughing at me and shit. So I just picked the name up. Everybody was calling me a greedy nigga, so I just picked up greedy for now.
Okay. So moving on, like to your friends, your neighborhood, like what is like? All right, so we know like the outside, like the public knowledge, greedy. But what about like behind the scenes, greedy?
I mean, shit like I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot of things I keep cooped up and shit like that. Like I don't like showing people my emotions shit like that, but like when the homie R40 passed away, I was in the crib for a minute because like that shit hit me tough. But like, nah, I'm just really like a cool ass. I'll be chilling for real. Like I don't be on no bullshit unless you feel me. That's what I gotta be on. Like I don't force myself to do things that are not necessary. You feel me?
Right. And then what about like your homie that you said it means a lot to you? Tell me about like the past relationship, like before he passed.
I mean, shit. I met bro like in school type shit. We tapped in school, and then when we had got off the bus, he said, "Oh, you want to come over to my crib with you, woo, chill, figure some shit out." And that's like the first time I had like heard a beat and freestyle to it. But when I was in school and shit, I was always around with like headphones on and shit. I always had love for music, like my head bopping, my feet tapping with the woo. I used to always have love for music and shit like that.
Right.
But me and him was really the first time I rapped was with bro. So
What
he really showed me the way into this music shit for real.
So what would it cause his passing? Like what was that situation?
And bro had got, you feel me? He was, I don't even want to speak on that for real, but shit, we was walking over to the LTD and shit, whoop de whoop, and bro had turned around to like to get some shit or something. He was walking back to, you feel me, the crib. And somebody had popped out the cut, whoop de whoop. Yeah, I had took off running because I heard a shot. Now I look back, I ain't seen bro behind me, so I went back and I seen him there. You feel me? Gone.
After that, like different people, like especially with childhood friends, you feel me? Like after like something dramatic like that happens, like what was running through your mind during that?
Shit. Honestly, bro, like whole time I'm thinking about like retaliation, revenge, and shit like that. Cause feel me, that was like my brother and shit. Like that was my, you feel me, my day one type shit. So whole time I'm thinking about like retaliation and revenge. But like I took a step back and I had to look at it from a bigger picture. I'm like, I chose to, you feel me, do the music shit so that his name lived through me. You feel me? I mentioned bro damn near on my songs, cause like he gotta have his name, bro. Cause
Yeah,
that
he's the
nigga was
one that
he
brought
would
you
be
into
popping,
it.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he would be popping right now if he wasn't, you feel me, in the grave and shit.
So what was it like, up in school though? Like especially like right now in your current status.
I mean, shit. When I used to go to school and shit, I wasn't really
Yeah.
rapping like that. But when I started like popping and shit like that, I just like I said, fuck it. I ain't want to go to school no more. Cause the shit I rap about in my music, like it's people who don't like me, like, shit like that. So I just decided, fuck that. I'ma stay home and I'ma let me do what I need to do at home, make my music, and just make money. That's all I was really worried about as a kid, just making money to be able to support me and my, you feel me, my family, my friends, and shit like that. Like I chose paper over education.
Hey, if you're able to make paper without education, I think that's a win situation though, to be honest. So
Hell yeah.
So like you had stated before, like y'all moved out like that garage or studio, got you had paid for your own producer to get studio time. Like, well, what? How did you like? Did you yourself like find out that connection, or like the homies helped you figure out that
Oh
connection? Like,
nah, the homies definitely tapped me in. The homie Panic tapped me in with a producer, and he just said, "Oh, you gonna have to pay for the studio time and shit like that." So I was like, "Hey, whatever, fuck it. If it's going, you feel me, get me in the studio, like a official studio, and I can make my music at the highest level possible, then fuck it. I'm willing to drop the bag to make the bag. You feel me?"
right? Yeah, you gotta spend money to make money in a sense. So, like, what type of stuff we'll be seeing in the like coming like weeks, months from Greedy?
Shit, definitely a few new songs with the homie right here. We got an EP coming out, Life Before Death. Feel me? Gonna drop some real shit on there. Really speak about what it's like growing up, where I'm from, and all that shit. I definitely got a single coming out real soon. I ain't even gonna tell y'all the name because that shit gonna be, feel me? That shit gonna shake the city. Um, I locked in with Gusto. Me and Gusto got on the phone and shit. We tryna put some shit together with him and his people. Shit like that, bro. Just dropping music and shit. Just doing my shit in order to make this money. Hopefully, get me signed and shit. Make this bag. Get about the hood and all that shit.
Are you more looking forward to like get signed with Face Mob or any other label?
Shit, really face mob, cause like it's
That's what the
all my
homies
people,
did.
all my people's, yeah, all my people signed to them and all that. So shit, I'm really trying to get into it with them, so I could just feel me start dropping music with all the artists from all the artists from the homies in the north and the east. For me, just tap in with them and just drop music constantly till I make enough money to where I could just feel me drop a song every week and be chilling.
So, like, on our way over, we was talking about, like, we was getting pulled over for some bullshit, how the South Side is.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
like I said, I really don't be in the South Side like that. Like, yeah, you live over there. How is, like, the police over there on a day-to-day basis?
They be on bullshit, bro. Like at least 5 cops a day rode through the hood. Some of them even be stopping and just trying to get us to talk to them and shit. But I just be ignoring they ass. I don't even entertain the pigs. Like that shit for the birds. I don't even conversate with they ass. But they be everywhere, bro. Like you stop at the clothing store and they could wait for your ass while you inside and your ass don't even know it. Should
Yeah,
be it should be terrible. They just be harassing people for nothing.
yeah. Like, what was your first, like, bad, like, situation that you got into a police officer that made you realize, like, oh, yeah, no, these niggas on some bullshit?
I mean, shit. When I was a youngin, a nigga used to go in the little corner stores and shit, grab like a candy bar and just walk out that bitch. But shit, when I had the first time I encountered a cop doing that shit, like I had stole a chocolate bar, bro. I had walked out with a chocolate bar and that nigga
A
came
chocolate
blindside.
bar?
Hell yeah, I wanted a chocolate bar. I was a youngin. I was a young nigga, bro. Like I'm
Yeah.
saying like 10, 11, 12. Like I grabbed a chocolate bar with you. I'm walking out the store. And cut come from the side, blindside my ass, tackle me to the ground. Like, oh, where do you think you're going? Blah blah blah. Like just bullshit. Like cuff me up. I'm a little ass kid, bro. Bro, cuff me up. Say like bullshit. And my mama had to come over and you feel me, talk it out with him and get me up out of there.
Yeah, I bet you was happy, man.
Hell
So,
yeah, my mama bailed my ass out on crib.
so what's one of the situations that you encountered that like you feel like, yeah, no, I'm gonna do this. Like when I get right, bro, I'm gonna go ahead and pay, so back. Like who was that? Like since you lost your homie, like who's up there next with you?
Said panic. That's the homie for real. That's like besides R40, he the one who really like show me like music is the way. Like music is gonna get you up out of here. Cause when me and bro hopped on the song, that shit blew just cause you feel me, bro. Name was on it, and since then like his viewers and shit like that, his fans and shit or supporters came to my shit. Cause you feel me, they we make damn near music that's kinda got the same topics and shit like that. So his fan base start fucking with me because it's relatable type shit.
So what is like moving on, like what's one of your songs that you feel like is hella underrated? Like people like the words and the lyrics like goes over people's heads. Like have you like
Shit.
made one?
Life I Live, my newest or not newest, but like I dropped it a while ago, like 2 songs after me and Panic shit called Life I Live. I really was tugging that on there. I really ran that beat, but I feel like a lot of people don't really take the time to really listen to the lyrics and understand it. Shit like that.
And for the people that like don't understand it, why you think it is? Because like they just don't know you per se, or just the situations that go on, or
I mean, it's like some people can't really relate to it because some people ain't grow up, in the South Side. The South Side gets a lot more different than growing up in the North, the West, or the East.
yeah.
Like the South Side really could get treacherous at times. You just gotta have your head on a swivel 24/7. Like it's no way you can't really can't lack. Like you really can't not pay attention to your surroundings.
What you mean by that? Like,
Like it's not a time in the South where you'll see me just like loafing like in my phone or shit because I gotta keep my head on a swivel at all times because I know it's people that don't like me and I know it's people that don't like the people around me.
Nah, for real, everybody grimy.
Hell yeah.
So how does it feel to wake up every day like thinking like, damn, like man, today could really be my day. Like just having a paranoia, just being outside, just trying to relax and have a good time with the homies.
I mean, shit. I try not to think about that shit for real, but it's like you can't not think about it. But shit, I wake up every day, do the same shit. I brush my teeth, take a shower, wooty woo, get my hygiene right. Maybe eat a little bowl of cereal or some shit. Just go outside, kick it with the homies. Maybe go to a little function or some shit if some shit going on. Go to the store, wooty woo. But it's like I wake up, shit. I live every day like my last day for real. Like I live every day to the fullest. So if they, you feel me, if whatever catch up to me, then I know that I live my life to the fullest extent.
All right, so you said you live your life every day to the fullest or whatnot. Like as far as music goes, like do you have like a lot of stuff planned? Like like some rappers have a lot of unreleased, and when they pass, like all of it get released for a little by little. Like, do you have something like that in the works, or nah, not as
I
yet?
mean, shit, I got hella songs in the vote and shit like that. But shit, I try to drop a song. Right now, I'm dropping songs like every 1 or 2 days. I'm just trying to be, you feel me, like get up on that so that I could have the money ready for whatever it's needed for. But I'm trying to right now. I'm trying to be as consistent as I could be to make this bread and get me signed or whatever I need to do to get me up out of this feel me situation that I'm in.
And you spoke like you was talking to Gusto and Panic your homie and whatnot. Like you ever like think you like would do any like more features in the future? Like
I mean,
anybody
yeah,
that
yeah,
you have
yeah.
yet to mention?
For sure, for sure. This one nigga, what's his name? Dimes hit me up. He said you want to do a feature with me. Um, I mean, shit. If I get signed to Face Mob, like, I'm trying to have a song with at least every person on that bitch or whoever. You feel me? Whoever feel like making a song with me and shit. I'm not gonna pressure nobody to do a feature with me, but shit, if you wanna do this feature and make this chilly with me, then shit, it's whatever. What's happening?
So let's say somebody hits you up right now for a feature. Do you charge for features or not?
I mean, shit, it depends who it is, type shit.
All right, for
Like,
sure.
if you, you feel me, if you affiliated with me in some way, like, if you the homie, or if you one of the homies, I might charge you less. But like, if I don't even know you for real, I might have to, you feel me, get at least some out of it.
So like like some people in the industry they refuse to work with a certain person because they're part of like a said group or they just friends with a said person. Like would that affect you, just like you said, depending on the person?
I mean, it's not going to change if I do a feature with them. But like, if they say some shit on the feature that you feel me, I don't fuck with. If they say some shit towards one of my homies or some shit like that, then I can't do that with you. Like, I'm chasing a bag and shit like that. But if you dissing on, you feel me, people
Yeah.
who have passed away or people who are still around, then I can't do it with you.
So what about like okay, so let's say you do a feature with somebody or whatnot, and y'all like go ahead and blow up or whatnot, like, and the said person like begins to like hangs out with different individuals that might want to like that might like not like you or whatnot. Like, would you continue to do business? Like, even if like that song gets like over 1 million views, and that person's making money. Like a lot of people say, money's money at the end of the day. But would you put yourself in that type of like situation or whatnot or not?
I mean, shit. I know. If I'm making it chilly, if I'm making that a big bag from it, the homies gonna respect it, whether or not it's you feel me with somebody they don't like or not. But as long as bro keep it respectful and shit, and he
Yeah,
don't
not this
mention
and
and he
whatnot.
don't mention nothing. You feel me about the homies or about the following ones. Like it's straight. Like he just gotta keep that shit respectful for real, for real.
So who you think like in the rap game right now? Who is the hottest like right now? Like people, yeah,
The hottest
yeah.
shit. This is it. I'm kind of biased and shit like that, but I say the homie Panic for real. Like he really
Oh
blowing
yeah,
off
nah.
that shit.
Yeah,
Like
you're
his
not
shit
lying
getting
about that. I ain't gonna lie.
consistent views. Like he stay getting consistent views and shit like that. So I say Panic and Gusto too, cause whenever they hop on a song, that shit is a hit. Like
Yeah,
that shit go
no.
up.
I will. Last time I interviewed Panic, I'm like, bro, like you're like every song you drop, like it blows up, bro. I remember like the day before I interviewed, he dropped the song. I'm like, bro, like that motherfucker is already booming, bro. It hasn't been a
Hell
full
yeah,
day, like
yeah. My nigga really on that. He really getting to
yeah.
that chili. Hell yeah.
Then there was a it did like as well, like yeah, no, like yeah, people, and then it's not it, like, and what's crazy about it too, he like prior, like I don't know if he was signed like when I did an interview, but I don't think he was signed. But it's crazy that like from what he was telling me his story on his upbringing and whatnot and what got him there, it's pretty crazy that he did majority of the stuff by himself.
Hell yeah. My nigga really made a name for himself by himself. Like he's when he started popping, like that's when he did the features with Gusto and shit like that. I'm not going to say Gusto. You feel me? Came in after he started popping because they was already locked in.
Yeah.
They just hadn't made no shit. But the homie Panic going up, man. Go check my bro out if you haven't already. Crib.
So what about like your plans right now? Like you said, you was going to keep on trying to drop music every week and whatnot. Like what about like in a business side aspect? Because like as we all know, like the type of rap styles like changes and whatnot, and like, do you have like any backing plans on how you can make like keep your keep you above water?
I mean shit. Like I feel like right now I do a lot of dissing. Like I diss a lot of people, shit like that. So if once I start, you feel me, going up, like really getting that chili for real, then you feel me, I might cool down on that.
Right.
But shit, other than that, like I'm just applying as much pressure as I can until I get signed, get that deal, and get my money up, get that check.
So what do you think is like it's real prominent for rappers like to diss one another? Like I know like it gets like the attention that everybody wants and whatnot, but like some people in the past that I work with, and this is prior when I started doing interviews, like people that I worked with, they would diss and diss and diss, in the following week, they end up passing or whatnot due to probably had to deal with the diss or whatnot. Like, why you think like people diss, especially in a situation where they're able to make it out of the hood?
I mean, dissing is just like a way of letting people know that you feel me, you still remember that shit. Like you still know what they did, and they just put them on edge type shit. I feel like the reason I diss is because the people with the woo, they got fallen homies and I got fallen homies, and if they mention my fallen homies, then I'm gonna do the same shit. And if they, you feel me, if they diss the homies and shit like that, I'm gonna do the same shit. I'm not gonna let them just be able to diss the homies without having no, you feel me,
Yeah, no,
consequences or
yeah.
backfire and all that.
And that's even with the South Side as well too. I realized like a lot of people in the South Side is like separated from one another. Like you would say that even prior, like you gotta keep your head on swivel. Gotta cannot be loafing. Like I realized like everybody is quote unquote separated due to oh, I don't fuck with this group or whatnot. Like, do you believe that's also that's really sparks it as well too because y'all live so close to one another?
Hell yeah, like you go to the next street over, it's people who don't like us type shit. So it's like you really gotta pay attention when you in for me our side of town. You really gotta pay attention to everything around you because a car could come from the next street over and just start, you feel me, doing stupid shit like start tweaking out on you. So you really just gotta make sure you know what you doing, know where you at all times and all that, like know who around you and shit like that.
So we know like you know what I'm saying, you rap and you chill with your homies and whatnot, but what you do like for fun or whatnot, like what do Greedy do in the background that he enjoys doing?
I mean, shit, for real, like it ain't really much. Like, you feel me? When I be alone and shit, I get into my thoughts. So I just try to stay around like the homies and shit like that, cause they bring me up. Like they lighten the mood up and shit, cracking jokes and shit like that, and just you feel me, just keeping the energy right. But like when I be alone, I just be thinking about shit, so I don't try to be alone much. But shit, I be liking to go to parties and shit. I like clothes and shit. I like copping hella clothes and different type of brands and shit like that. I'm into fashion and shit like that.
Would you ever consider making your own like clothing brand?
Hell yeah, I thought about that shit hella times. I'm shit, but
Would
shit,
you
when I get my chili right, make sure best believe that shit gonna happen.
well what do you like you thought of a name yet or so far? Or,
Nah,
not yet.
hell no. I just thought of like what type of clothes and shit like that, like hoodies and sweatpants and shit like that, like some smooth shit.
Oh sure. What's a part of like you know what I'm saying that you love going to like around the town or whatnot? Do you like going more to the movies or like what do you do to like just get out from like you know having to worry about like oh on that car or whatnot? Like, is there any like you know like I know the bowling alley's been you know been open for a minute now. Like, you ever like try to go like do any
Hell
extra
yeah,
type stuff?
hell yeah. Me and the I was over there the other day with some of the homies from the east side. We was over there. They was playing for some money and shit. We was just kicking it. I don't know how to bowl for real. I never bowled in my life. Oh, bro, I never bowled in my life, so I don't really know how to bowl and shit. But that shit was fun to watch. Like, see all the homies having fun and shit, like getting competitive over bowling and shit. But I ain't never been to the movies or none of that. I might have to, for me, find a way to get up over there with like a bitch or something, bro.
Yeah. Speaking of like you got a female like you know you in a works talk to or you just got out of one or no you just keeping that
Hell
yeah
nah, cuz I don't have no female, no. Like, it's like you could try to talk to these bitches around here, but it's always another nigga. Like, believe that. It's always another nigga in the background who, when you not around, playing your role on the dead homies. Like, it's always somebody taking your spot when you not there.
bro I'm already know it like you feel me like I was going to a party one time and I wasn't even interested like just like partying I just had to give the female my phone number for a future events or whatnot. And dude was mean mugging me in the back. I'm like, bro, I'm not even
Hell
interested in
yeah.
this. Like, I don't know why you get it all defensive. Like, I ain't
Hell
worried
yeah,
about her, bro. It's business. But
hell
yeah.
yeah. It's always somebody playing your part when you're not around on crib. Like, it's always, feel me? It's always somebody in the background, bro.
So you mentioned about like you know going to parties and whatnot. Like, what type of like scenery you like to like that you dreamed of performing at in a party?
Shit, I really want to perform at like a lit ass club, like packed up. You feel me? Like shoulder to shoulder type shit. I really want to perform in some shit like that, cause niggas really be getting lit in that bitch. Like, but shit, it's a lot of places that I would like to perform at, bro. Like, I really just want to get on stage and just feel me, had a crowd singing my lyrics and shit like that. Like that, that's a different type of feeling,
Yeah.
bro.
So right now, right here, right now, like as far as like you know performance wise or whatnot, like would you ever like? I know you said you want to be like you know crowd, you know packed, hella packed up. Like, is there like because you told us before you haven't you know really performed or whatnot. Like, would you be able to even like be able to handle like you know like a couple of thousand people?
I mean, shit. This my first interview and shit, so it's always a little nerve wracking coming into some shit. But you feel me? You smoke a little bit of that, yeah, and then you just
Yeah,
get
put
straight.
that
You just
aside.
be
Yeah,
yeah, you
nah.
just be smooth, bro. Like, you just get in that mindset where it's like it's a crazy feeling to have, people singing your lyrics and shit, people who memorize your songs and shit like that. It's a crazy ass feeling, bro.
Speaking of which, so you said like you made a song that it goes over people's heads or whatnot, and if you're not from that area you wouldn't understand or whatnot or situation, and your homies like live like experience the same things you experience or whatnot. What is it like for the homies like one day like, do you ever look at your homie for example and say damn like I love you, bro. Like
Hell
just
yeah,
yeah, just let him know.
hell yeah. The homie right here would know that. He'll tell you, bro. Like me and him job one song that shit been going up, and since then we've been in the studio like punching in damn
Back
near
to back
every day.
every
Hell
day.
yeah, this the homie right
We see
here.
back
Like
to back.
this my brother on some shit. Like I tell the homie every day we going up. Like just we got to keep on pushing type shit. We always in the studio. If we not on the block with the homies with the whoop, we in the studio punching in.
It's like it's not a day you won't see us together.
Hell yeah, this the homie. This my brother right here. Crip.
I know that's good though. No, that's good. Like having like a good like support. Either a support person or a group or whatnot. Not,
Hell
not a
yeah, it's
lot of people can
motivation
say
for
that they
real.
have that. Yeah, no, most definitely. Yeah, nah. But my next question is like when you like make it like I know like I interviewed forgot which person but like they wanted to stay in the hood after they, start making all that all the money or whatnot. Is that the same in your case, or are you gonna like come back every now and then, or like how's that
I
gonna
mean,
go?
like when I first started making that chili for real, when I first started going up for real, yeah, I'm gonna still be there because I'm still gonna support the homies and shit. I'm still gonna be outside with them, passing them little bread and shit like that, wooty woo, whatever they need. You feel me? I'm always gonna support them because they supported me when I ain't had shit. Like when I had no clicks on my songs, the homies was like, oh yeah, we gonna tell people listen to this, listen to that, wooty woo. So it's like for now type shit. When I first start going up, yeah, I'ma still be there because you feel me. I'ma first be going up, but once I'm like chilling on bread and shit, I might move out and shit. Just feel me, come visit like every single day though type shit. Cause that's all I know for real. Like all I know is the trenches. All I know is the
Yeah, that's
hood
like
type shit.
home in a sense.
Hell yeah, that's home. And when I'm around them, that's like my brothers and shit. So it's I can't leave my brothers type
Right.
shit.
Excuse me for a second.
Yeah, no, I fucks with that heavy though. Like like I know like a lot of rappers as well too. Like staying away from home. Like a lot of people say, yeah, no, I'm gonna get up out of there because like it's not safe. But to be honest, like if you realize like the people that pass away, like they really don't be getting like hurt like in a hood like that, like a lot of people just like either going to burger shot or just driving to a clothing store or
Yeah,
whatnot.
it's,
Yeah,
it's, it's
it's
out
not
of
always
bounds,
like
bro.
that. Yeah, it's not always like that. Yeah, and what's crazy is not a lot of people realize that.
Yeah, yeah, it's you feel me when you by yourself, if you feel me affiliated with one of the groups in the South Side, if you by yourself and if you out of bounds, like that's the worst case scenario, bro. That's why whenever I go somewhere, I always got at least a homie with me. You feel me? I don't ever step out dolo. That shit bad for you.
Man, I'm already knowing on that. Like shit, like what I'm saying. Like I was walking at matter of fact out the studio. No. Like I was just leaving the studio. Like prior to that, I was leaving my side job and I was going to the studio and drop some stuff off. And I was walking home. Man, four people just pulled up by me and like like they said, "What you got in the bag?" I'm like, "Bro,
Yeah,
it's
yeah. I'm not.
literally
Yeah, they
like
trying to
some
strip you. They
lemonades."
want everything
Yeah.
you got, cuz they want everything you got.
Yeah, no, so I know, like, yeah, no, like, I learned my lesson. You can't be by yourself because, people take advantage of that. Like, yeah, no,
Hell
most
yeah.
definitely.
And if you by yourself, you better be heavy in that bitch, cause it gets treacherous over there,
Oh, yeah.
bro.
So, wrapping things up, like, in the future, like, where can your fans and, your future fans could be able to, stay up to date with you? Like, people, like, sometimes be active on Twitter or be active on Twitter and YouTube, or like how will we be able to keep up with you? Keep up to
I
date.
mean, shit. I'm on YouTube mostly. I don't really be on Twitter because it's a lot of bullshit on Twitter. Like, it's a lot of feel me dumb shit going on Twitter, drama and shit on Twitter. But
Yeah.
you can really find my shit on YouTube, bro. You subscribe to my shit, you'll get a notification whenever my shit drop. Just feel me punch in. Make sure you like, comment, share that shit, all that shit. Make sure you put your homies on. It's a grind, bro. Man, whoever rocking with me, I fuck with you the long way. Great.
All right. All right. Well, shit. If you don't got nothing else to say, we could wrap this up.
It's whatever.
All right,
Just you feel
man.
me? Fuck with me, man. Fuck with me. For real, I'm going up, bro.
All right. Well, shit. Y'all heard it. That. This Yahin with Greedy, man. We out of here.
Yeah, yeah, not a lot.